Hey everybody, it's Christine of ScrappyKsue. I wanted to share with you guys some Christmas cards that I made. These are all for ScrappyKsue's MegaVersary Challenge giveaway. She's asking folks to celebrate a variety of milestones for her by making a Christmas card for her mom, Ricky. And so I decided I wanted to definitely participate and help make her mom feel special, especially while she's going through some very serious health issues. So let me go ahead and get started and share with you guys what I did. I used a variety of Diemond Dies from their latest release, and I just love this release. It's so versatile. First of all, of course, you know I love this mini album bone die because, well, it's dog related. So how can I not love it? I absolutely adore it. And I will link in the description box below to the video, just in case you missed it, of how I made this type of hinge card using this die. Super simple. Then I also used this Christmas tree, the large Christmas tree die, and the pine tree die set. This is a 3-tree set on all of these cards. So let me first get started on this one. I use that hinge card system, and on the top one I embossed it because I wanted to give kind of like a swirly snowflake flurry kind of effect. And then I used this Christmas tree die to punch out the center and backed it with a little scrap of green card paper, pattern paper. Thank you. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my words. And I put foam adhesive around the edge of the tree so that it would be recessed from the top of the card. Then, for all of these cards, actually, I used the little dogs that were part of my free digi from last week. That digi is called Thanksgiving Boost because the 2 dogs were planning to steal a turkey off the kitchen counter, but I just fussy cut out the dogs and left the kitchen counter and the turkey, aside. And I really like how this came out because it looks like they're collaborating in this one to decorate this Christmas tree. Isn't that cute? So I used flat back pearls and gold sequins and a little gold star that I cut out because I didn't have a star that was the right size in gold. And then I also used my clear star jelly roll pen that was gifted to me by Jill. Love my 2 pugs one. I love this pen so much. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but there's glittered circles from that pattern paper that are filled in with that clear star. It's so cute. And that's it for this one. I'm going to write my message to Ricky in this card on a Post-it so she can reuse the card if she likes. Then I use the cutout portion of that tree right here so you can see that. And I use my Folk Art Extreme Glitter paint, acrylic paint. This is the color is Hologram. And I painted the whole tree with that. So there's a real sparkle. I don't know. I think the lighting is so poor right now, you're not going to be able to see it, but I really like the look of that. I used a C1 Copic marker just to create the shadow and the snow there so it didn't look like the tree and the dogs were just floating. And then for this one, I limited it to clear and silver sequins. So it's all sparkly and more monochromatic except for the dogs. And I really like how that came out too. This one's a little bit more sophisticated, but still fun. And for the centers of the sequins, I forgot to mention that. For the sequins, I didn't want to keep the holes visible, so I used this Recollections Glitz glitter glue for the centers. And so it covers up the little holes in the center. And I think that makes for a more interesting little ornament for them to be decorating with. Then the next one is an outdoor scene, and I use the pine trees, and I ink the edges with peacock feathers. That's the Tim Holtz Distress ink. And again, I tried to keep it more monochromatic. I used silver and white sequins, and for the top, I used a double layer, a little flower inside the larger silver sequin. And again, I used the glitter glue and just added little dots here and there for a little bit of dimension and extra sparkle. And I use my clear star pen for circles randomly through all 3 trees. And now you'll see this sentiment. It says, "Dear Santa, define naughty." And why is that? Why would that be the sentiment for this card? Well, if you'll notice, there are some ornaments sitting on the ground. And so in this card, the 2 dogs are conspiring to knock down Christmas tree ornaments onto the ground. So that's why I use that sentiment. And that's from the CC Designs Snarky Christmas set. And I love this set. It just makes me laugh. And that I picked up at Jamie's Not Too Shabby shop. Thank you, Jamie. I love this set. It's so funny. So these two dogs in this scene are being naughty, even though the image is virtually the same, except for the knockdown ornaments on the ground. And again, I use my Copic markers to create a little bit of shadow to ground the trees and the dogs. And the last one is this one. And all of these card bases, by the way, except for the hinge one, which I made, were all gifted to me, I believe, by Jane Alter Junkie. I could be wrong on that, but very simple pre-made card bases. And then this one had a window cut out of it. So I decided they could be, you know, they could be looking through a window. So if you had a window die, that would be great for this too, for this digi. And they are looking inside the window at this little wreath. Isn't that cute? I made that wreath using this Marvy dog bone punch that was gifted to me by Emily Cox. Thank you, Emily. I love it. And all I did to create this wreath, I wanted to make sure it was a perfect circle. So I took my Creative Memories circle punch, and then I put a Post-it on the corner of it, slid it over, it looked to make sure that I could center it in this punch. So I ended up with a ring rather than a circle. And then I just punched out a whole bunch of these dog bones in different scraps of green and green pattern paper and green cardstock, and layered them, just glued them on all over the wreath or the ring to make a little dog bone wreath. And then I used my Crafty Bows bow maker, a little red ribbon, to make a little red bow at the top. So that's also why I stamped out this sentiment on red cardstock to carry through that red through the card. I used a little green and white baker's twine that I'd received from Laura, who's Little Lulu Scraps. I used this die, which is a really sweet die that has like a scalloped edge with a circle punched out of it all around. Isn't that sweet? That's from Sybil B. Thank you, Sybil. And again, this sentiment, it says it's the most wonderful time of year. And I was thinking that's what the dogs could be thinking when they look through the window and see this dog bone wreath. And that again is from the Snarky Christmas, even though that's not a snarky comment. And that's it. Those are my cards. I hope you guys enjoyed them. And I hope if you haven't already downloaded this digi that you guys go check it out. And if you guys are making a purchase at Diemond Dies, please consider using the code Thanks Christina with a K to receive your 10% discount and free shipping worldwide on orders of $35 or more. Thank you so much for watching. Please give a thumbs up if you like this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.